Say, Lil Nyuk, hey, let me tell you this. We back at it again. Your favorite uncle. I'm your favorite Theo. And we back with some new stuff, man. You know, we keeping on this request journey. We got Joyner Lucas Jelly Roll, Best for Me. Joyner Lucas sounds very familiar. I think he was the same guy who did the big, racism. I don't know if it was during the Black Lives Matter, movement and all that stuff. I think it was around that time. But I think I do remember. I may need to go react to that. I haven't listened to it in a long time, and I definitely have different perspectives now. But I may need to go check that out. But Joyner Lucas Jelly Roll, Best for Me. I'm kind of a little under the weather. Not for sure what it is, but I already started a little regimen, a little cocktail of sorts, to help me get through this, because I'm trying to record, all of next week as well. So let's see what we can do here. Let's get it done. So Best for Me, Joyner Lucas Jelly Roll. Let's get it.
For someone to feel in your.
Oh wow, let me go back.
How can you love someone and learn?
All right, let's get it.
How can you love someone and learn to let them go? How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay?
Yeah, I got somebody I love, someone who's really important.
Hold on. All right, I guess I kind of figured it was going to be about some relationships, Best for Me, but that right there was already, that chorus set the precedent already. Like, tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay? That's facts. I think, how can we fall apart on things we'll never know? And isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Like, man, that is it brings a Sleep Token song to mind. The line, one of my favorite songs is Dark Signs. In Dark Signs, he says, I might bend and break for my basic need to be loved or close to somebody. Like, this line goes to that. Like, if you will change your ways just for someone to fill your space, just so you can have attention or have somebody next to you. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, is that really love? I don't know. No, probably. It's probably just some sort of, coping mechanism or something. Some sort of, trauma, like mommy issues, daddy issues. You feel me? All right, let's not get too much into it before.
Important to me, but now they addicted to
Go
drugs.
back a little bit.
For someone to fill in your empty space, tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay?
Facts.
Yeah, I got somebody I love, someone who's really important to me, but now they addicted to drugs. Someone who not who they used to be, and we ain't been keeping in touch. I ain't gonna say any names at all, cause I don't want no one to judge. But I wrote the song, I hope when they hear it, they'll never forget who they was. I hope you feeling your spirit enough. I wanna just tell you I love you in case that you really don't hear it as much. I know we ain't talked in a while, but fuck it, I really don't care what it was. I wanna reach out, but you keep on shutting me down, and you ain't been caring as much. What the fuck happened to you? You losing a fight. I never thought I'd see the day that you let addiction ruin your life. Everyone calling that shit a disease and making you feel like you in the right. But I hate the fact that you really be using that as an excuse to do what you like and do what you might.
Okay. All right. So obviously he dealing with probably somebody in the public eye who we know this person. That's why he ain't, well, of course, whatever. He probably wasn't gonna say the name anyway, but I think he let us know that it's probably somebody who we would know who it is, but that bar that I never thought I'd see the day that you let addiction ruin your life. Everyone is calling that shit a disease and making you feel like you in the right. But I hate the fact that you really be using that as an excuse to do what you like. Oh my God. That goes to, I'm trying not to take it down a long rabbit hole, but people be using that for everything. Everything now is a disease. Everything now is, I had a commenter on one of my other videos that, that depression was basically a disease. And to me, I'm, like, that's just an excuse to not put the work in. That's just an excuse to be medicated. That's just an excuse to not, and whatever. I'm sure this is not to say that there are no chemical imbalances out there, that there are no ways that any of these things can be sicknesses or illnesses. I don't know. I'm not a medical professional. I just know in my experiences. And in my experiences, my depression has only been because I have not gotten my ass up to move my body and do something different. I continue to just live in the past, live in, like what coulda, shoulda, woulda, couldas. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So we got to stop using, this is obviously, it's about a woman, I assume. And I also feel like women use their womanhood sometimes as an excuse just to, oh, well, we're emotional beings. Oh, well, we're, but at some point you have to take responsibility for those emotions and for those feelings. You can't keep using that as an excuse to just be and do what you like. You feel me? I'm sure women on the other side can say the same thing about men. You get what I'm saying? Like, all right. Let's back it up a little bit, though. Back it up a little bit.
Day that you let addiction ruin your life. Everyone calling that shit a disease and making you feel like you in the right. But I hate the fact that you really be using that as an excuse to do what you like or do what you might. And I keep on praying and reaching for you. I hope you look in the mirror and see all the things I've been seeing in you. Reflection to send you a message and show you this shit is much deeper than you. If you don't believe in yourself, then you'll never believe in somebody believing in you. And I gotta tell you
Ooh, if you don't believe in yourself, then you'll never believe in somebody believing in you. That is fucking facts. Facts. Man. Like it's and also goes to like, I was on this I was on the affirmation train for a minute. And not that I'm against affirmations or anything. But the thing about it is affirmations do little work when you really don't believe in yourself. When you really are still have mental blocks of, that you can do it, that you're worthy, that you're beautiful, that you're handsome, that you're what, you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to believe in yourself. So I used to flip the affirmations, and instead of just saying like, you are beautiful, you are a high achiever, I would add a question to it. I would add a question. I would say, are you a believer? Yes, you are a believer. How are you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to kind of trick your mind and trick your brain into not just repeating things, but making your brain realize like, oh no, I am worthy. Oh, well, like you, man, it's not really coming to mind. And I hate it. Every time I do a video, some of these things just leave me. And, I have to really sit down and think about it. But you can't just blindly, man, this could be a long talk. This could be a long talk. I'm trying not to ramble. I'm gonna try not to ramble. But it takes work. You have to put the work in. I have a nephew. Me and him, man, we go back and forth all the time. I'm talking like, man, we be yelling at each other. We just want each other to get it. You know what I mean? It's not a hateful thing or a malicious thing. We're trying to get each other's point across because we want each other to grow and we want to see each other change and be better, right? So, his thing is I kind of forgot the point. But but you have to you have to you have to be able to believe in yourself. And in order to believe in yourself, you have to put the work in every day. Get up every day, do your best to be as disciplined as you could be, and just do that over time and let that little trickle effect turn into belief in yourself. Oh, if I just continue doing this, oh, I see the change. Oh, I see and then that creates motivation. The movement is what creates motivation. The movement is what creates belief, not just you blindly believing. Nobody just wakes up and blindly believes. You have to go through work, and that whether that be making wrong decisions and failing, that's work. Whether going and doing the wrong thing that you keep saying, I'm gonna stop. He's talking about addiction over and over again. You keep going back to your addiction, but as long as you have the awareness that I don't want to be addicted to this thing, I don't want to do this, I don't want to keep doing this, that is work. And the more work you do with that, the more the next day one day you'll wake up and it should be like, oh man, I get it now. I actually feel it now. But you have to put the work in, and it don't matter whether you think you're doing work or not. You are. You get what I'm saying? There's no way to get anywhere in this reality, in this life, without doing some type of work. That's just hands down. We can argue about it, or we can debate it. Let's keep going.
Excuse to do what you like or do what you might, and I keep on praying and reaching for you. I hope you look in the mirror and see all the things I've been seeing in you. Hope your reflection will send you a message and show you this shit is much deeper than you. If you don't believe in yourself, then you'll never believe in somebody believing in you. When I gotta tell you the truth, cause I'm about to lose it, and you in denial about it and just wanna make up a million excuses. Tearing our family apart, but you leave us scarred and everyone bruises. Every decision affecting us all, and if you get lost, then everyone loses. For real. And I'ma be next to lead. I know that God got a plan, and you ain't fulfilling your destiny. Much as I need you, I will not be sticking around or watching you rest in peace. I promise I love you, but I gotta do what's best for me.
How can you love someone and learn?
He said, and I'm gonna be the next to leave. Every decision affecting us all, and if you get lost, then everyone loses. Man, that's kind of true, but at the same time, everybody has to get lost in order to be found. Everybody has to go through a phase where they don't know where they're going. They can't see their hand in front of their face because it's so dark. They're in this darkness. You have to, in order to be found, in order to find, new reality, new life, new anything, you have to go through a phase of being lost. Now, I understand that in this particular scenario, this person has some type of addiction that is keeping them bound, keeping them at a distance, keeping them, this can be a destructive thing that sometimes you just can't. I grew up in the crack days where, everybody, crackhead come and they steal anything. You know what I'm saying? To try to get this particular drug. So that is a destructive thing. So I get that. But there are also constructive things, like when people go through like midlife crises, when people go through mental breaks that, when they've been working so hard to fix themselves, and they'll go through a break where they don't know how to. Trust me, I'm telling you from experience. You go through a break where you don't know how to handle it. You've never been there. You don't have anybody around you who can tell you what's going on. All they could do is just sit there and be there. But there's also the side where, your partner sometimes just doesn't understand. They don't get it. And that causes them to distance themselves. You get what I'm saying? So there's two sides to this. And I don't want to just speak to the addiction part. I want to speak to my perspective and my life experiences through this music. And that was you have to be lost sometimes. And you have to be able to have a partner who's willing to sit there and help you through it. And say, you know what, I know you and I know who you are, but what you're going through is not exactly you. And I'm going to sit here until we can figure out what it is. You get what I'm saying? And, oh man, I hope I didn't say, a lot. Do that. I'm working on it. Working on communication. Better communication.
For real. And I'ma be next to leave. I know that God got a plan, and you ain't fulfilling your destiny. Much as I need you, I will not be sticking around or watching you rest in peace. I promise I love you, but I gotta do what's best for me.
I don't know. I know that God got a plan, and He ain't fulfilling your destiny. I'm trying to figure out where He's going with that. I have my thought about it, but I want to know what He's thinking about that. But I don't believe that God has a plan, and I don't believe that He's waiting to fulfill our destinies either. I believe that the plan is in our hands, and God can be a part of that plan, or He can't, or He's not a part of that plan. But the plan isn't on Him. The plan is on us. The destiny is on us. We're here to design our destiny. We're here to design our life, not the other way around. I think that part of it in the Bible is really a control tactic. Well, shit, my bad.
How can you love someone and learn to let them go?
How can you love someone and learn to let them go? Like that is, man, I don't feel like you can be with anybody unless you're willing to let them go, because love is a risk. All of this is a risk. And you have to be willing to, we think about the stock market, like the biggest thing that you can learn in the stock market is really exit strategies. Because your exit strat, people get emotional and they either exit too fast or they exit too slow. Right? You have to learn that this risk called love is really based on an exit strategy. Are you willing to let that person go? Because if you're not willing to let that person go, then you're going to be the one who dies in the relationship. The person who controls the relationship is the person who's willing to let it go. That's the person who wins in their relationship. And y'all both have to be able to be that. Y'all both have to say, you know what? I don't need you, but I want you. Man, we're going to preach a little bit.
You rest in peace. I promise I love you, but I gotta do what's best for me.
How can you love someone and learn to let them go? How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay?
Look, I know you've been calling for me. You hitting my phone, but I've been alone so long I'm harder to reach. I know you ain't saying any names, but I got a feeling you talking to me. I hate when these demons get in on my soul. I feel like I'm caught in the beast. How do I let go of something I know is bigger and stronger than me? If I could be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not who you want me to be. Nobody is perfect, not even you. So why you keep targeting me? I feel like we can't even have a genuine convo without you starting to preach.
Oh my God. He's spitting. Man, he really spitting. You hitting my phone, but I've been alone so long, I'm harder to reach. Man, that's a great place to be. That's a great place to be, man. Like I've in my journey, I had to, and there's times where I look back and I think, man, I wish I was more present, because when you want your family and you need your people, they're not there, because you had to distance yourself so much to be alone, to get alone, to figure yourself out, figure things out, man. But that's just life, man. Like you have to get alone. You can't do it. You can't do it with the same people around you. If you want to find a new perspective, you can't keep doing it with this. You can't keep doing the same things with the same people. Damn it. Let's see, what'd he say? What was it a part of it? I hate when these demons get into my soul. I feel like I'm caught in the beefs. How do I let go of something I know is bigger and stronger than me? Golly. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That person who's the stronger one, the more pride, the one who has the more pride, the one who has the more, that person's gonna win. That person's gonna win. You have to get your strength up. You have to hit the weights. You gotta, I'm telling you, you got to.
If I could be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not who you want me to be. Nobody is perfect, not even you. So why you keep targeting me? I feel like we can't even have a genuine convo without you starting to preach. I feel like a dog on a leash, it's not what I need. Living in hell, wondering when I gotta leave. Like, how can I breathe? How you gonna tell me addiction's not a disease? Fuck you.
Man, and then how living in hit. Wait. No, where'd it go? Nobody's perfect, not even you. So why you keep targeting me? I feel like we can't even have a genuine convo without you starting to preach. I feel like a dog on a leash is not what I need, especially for a man. Like I cannot feel like I'm on a leash, you know. And then they got them new leashes. They got the new leashes that give the dog the feeling of freedom, you know, and it retracts, you know, and then they get it so far, and it's, you know, it just stops on its own. You know, you just thinking like, yeah, you're going to let me go. And then pow. Nope. Sorry. Psych. Wrong. You can't. You got to let me fly. You got to let me fly. You got to let me run. You got to let me. And then once I go out and I'm like, you don't even, like, some women don't even realize that, like, the man is supposed to be the dreamer. The man is the king. The man is the one who is supposed to expand the territory. Let me go figure out where's the next step. In order for me to do that, I have to get in a bird's eye view. Or if we're talking to the dog on the leash metaphor, you got to let me run ahead. You know, I don't know if y'all into Naruto, but you know, Kakashi got the dogs, right? And he would summon the dogs and he would send them out, give them a scent, send them out, go scope it out. And then when you find it, then you let me know, right? So that's what it was. You know, you have to be able to send me out. Let me go find where we got to go. Then I'm going to come back and let you know. And then we're going to move in that direction. But if you keep me on a leash, then I can only go figure out things so far. But you got to let me, you know, I got married early. I had kids early. So I had to, I mean, not in my teens, but pretty close to it. You know, 20 years old, 21 years old. So I never got a chance to figure out who I was. Figure out what this all was about, how to be a man, so you got to let me run. You got to let me grow into it. Oh my
God. Convo without you starting to preach. I feel like a dog on a leash, it's not what I need. Living in hell, wondering when I gotta leave. Like, how can I breathe? How you gonna tell me addiction's not a disease? Fuck do you mean? If it's not a disease, then why has it gotten to me? It's not what it seems. But you always be making me feel like the problem is me.
Oh, wait, whoa. This perspective has changed. The perspective changed. Hold on. Maybe this is the perspective of the person who he's talking about. But these lyrics say, you hit my phone, but I've been alone so long, I'm harder to reach. But it says Joyner in the lyrics, so I assume he's talking about. I don't know if he's the one who gave these lyrics. So we can call this lyric sheet gospel. I don't know, but if it's not a disease, then why has it gotten to me? It's not what it seems, but you always be making me feel like the problem is me. Okay, let me keep going and see. Let me just keep going and see.
Gotta leave, like, how can I breathe? How you gonna tell me addiction's not a disease? Fuck do you mean? If it's not a disease, then why has it gotten to me? It's not what it seems. But you always be making me feel like the problem is me. I'm not gonna be who you want me to be. Like, God decided for me. And speaking to God, how the fuck you know all of the plans he's got for me? So give me a break. I've been inching away from trying to get out of this dream. I'm drifting away. How come you only there for me when I be trying to get clean? My biggest mistake.
It is in the other person's perspective. It is in the other person's perspective. And this is good. This is good. You know, like obviously this person is aware. And that's the difference. That's the difference, is the awareness. If the person is aware and they're saying, no, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, then it's the other person's job, the other partner's job to understand that and say, okay, if this is what you're saying, you don't want this and you need me to help you, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, there's always a breaking point. There's always, because you can't keep saying, oh, yes, I want this, but don't put the work in to actually get there. So don't get me wrong here. There is definitely a breaking point, but the cry for help needs to be heard from the other partner. And I hope this is where this is going. I hope this is where this is going.
God, how the fuck you know all of the plans he's got for me? So give me a break. I've been inching away from trying to get out of this dream. I'm drifting away. How come you only there for me when I be trying to get clean? My biggest mistake is me wishing that things were different. I felt like the drugs is made for sinning. That's why I've been stuck in the same position. Fuck, I'm falling, but I cannot budge. Been wondering why I'm in love with a strange addiction. And why the fuck you always playing a victim? A lot of this shit that you hate to mention. It sucks that I had to change your vision, but ain't nothing left for me. So you can just quit addressing me. I guess it's just my destiny. So take me as I am, or let me be. Tired of you stressing me, cause shit I gotta do is best for me.
How can you love someone and learn?
Dang. And that's the whole part of this line. How can you love someone and learn to let them go? Is that everybody has to understand I got to do what's best for me. And that is the truth. It's a hard fucking truth, man. That at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. And hopefully, the best thing for both of you is each other. Like that's the simplest thing. It's the simplest, and it's one of the simplest, principles of relationship. What's best for me, hopefully, is what's best for you. And what's best for you is hopefully me. You feel me? Oh, man. That's good. That's good.
To let them go. How can we fall apart on things we'll never know?
I just got that. How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? That's what, man. That's the thing, is love is a risk. I'm saying the word love because, that's just what we know relationships as. You get what I'm saying? But love, it's all a risk. How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Like you're tripping on something that hasn't even happened yet. But at the same time, I have to understand that you can go do whatever you want to do. I can't stop you. And me keeping you on, me putting the leash on you is trying to control that situation. Control you not going to go cheat on me. Control you not to go. You can't control me that way. You got to let me go do what I feel like is best for me, and hopefully it's best for you too. And that's the risk, is that I have the opportunity to go out. Every opportunity that our spouses leave, or our significant others leave the house, they could literally just go straight to go cheat. They could literally go straight to go, whatever drugs or whatever they're into. They could easily just go do that. But we trust that, oh, okay, they're going to work. They say they're going to work, bet. They're going to work. They say they're going out to go hang out with the homegirls or the homeboys or whatever. Bam. That's what they're going to go do. But at the end of the day, I can't fall apart for things that I don't know, that I will never know. Right? And we all got things that we can say we've been as transparent as whatever, but everybody has something that they have not, that they're like taking to the grave. And some people live like that. I mean, I don't believe that's the way to live, but some people live like that. Oh my God.
Fall apart on things we'll never know. Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay? How can you love someone and learn to let them go? How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay?
Man. Golly, this was definitely about addiction. This was definitely about addiction. I know I took it a little further than that, but man, it's life. It's life. And how can we fall apart on things we'll never know? That part, man, it caught me at the end. Caught me at the end. How can you love someone and learn to let them go? How can you fall apart on things we'll never know? And isn't it funny that you can change your ways for someone to fill your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay? Oh, man. It's got to be about the person. You know, you have to love that person enough. You have to love yourself enough first. Because what's best for you is not what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? You as a person have to be what's best for them. And and them, the same, and vice versa. Well, I'm just rambling now. Golly, this was good. This was good. I got a feeling some discussions are coming. Put them in the comments. So, first time really listening to Joyner Lucas. I enjoyed it. This was a great message. Great message. So, and it's kind of a break from the metal rock whatever genre I've been kind of in, but I may get some flack for this, but hip hop as a whole is not this. Hip hop as a whole is unproductive shit. Let's just say that unproductive shit. When people get off me. Oh well, if you go, you can even go to my Fuel by Eminem and JID, reaction. Go to that reaction and just look at the comments and just look at what rap really is and what hip hop really is right now. Or it could just be, these diabolical. I love this word. I love that word now. These diabolical Eminem fans. They out here. But the thing about it is back in Slim Shady days, I could probably go react to an old Slim Shady type song, and it'd be like, I could get I'll go through the whole, because this channel is about pulling the life lessons out of the music, pulling the life lessons out of the lyrics. And right now, Eminem ain't talking about nothing. Is he still great technically? Is he still great? Yeah, absolutely. But his bars aren't rooted in his life anymore. In the pain and the trauma that he grew up in. And that's what this channel is about. Now I react to some of those songs because I like them. Like I enjoy rap. I enjoy hip hop. I enjoy R&B. I want to get to some R&B stuff, soon, but we kind of just went down this rabbit hole, and it just, it kind of avalanched on us, which is great. I love it. But the life lessons is what matters. Just listening to a song and just to understand what he's talking about, and oh, that's a double entendre, and that's a da-da-da-da-da. Like, that's all good, and I like that stuff, but where's the life lesson in it? Is it talking about something? Is it talking about something that can help me grow? That's what matters to me. So, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Man, we hit 5K. I really appreciate everybody. I appreciate you 100%. Man, all the nieces, nephews, all the fam, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do this for y'all, 100% for y'all. So, and well, not 100% for y'all and to face my fears. So, let's move. Let's get it. Y'all. Preach too long.